Hello everyone, I am the Grand Cat and welcome to another Grand Cat review. Today we are taking a small little break from our 2-inch classic figures to look at the 4-inch classic Dr. Eggman. So, I think this is a better scale for Eggman because he is supposed to be like double the height of your regular characters, and that's why we're going to look into this. And oh my goodness, look at this. This is the way they arrived off of eBay. This is why you try to go for sellers that are good rather than ones that don't know what they're doing. And in this set, you have the 4-inch classic Sonic that's laughing, Mecha Sonic, or Robo Sonic as I always knew him, Mighty the Armadillo, and of course Dr. Eggman, that comes with the little end of stage sign, or the halfway point sign even, I suppose, after each act. So, very cool to see, and let's rip him open. This is the 30th anniversary Dr. Eggman Jakks Specifics. It has a little 30th anniversary sticker up there at the top, but this packaging is so destroyed that we might as well just wreck it even further, because it is... Oh, one interesting thing is that this has the modern Sonic at the top of it, and generally the classic figures have the classic Sonic look, so that is interesting. Now, I'll show you what I mean. We have here, this is going to be the next review probably, and you see there that is the little classic Sonic and it's a classic look as well, whereas this is modern. So that's interesting little bit of information there as well. So let's just jump right into this and open up our classic 4-inch Dr. Eggman. It comes with the 13 points of articulation, and hopefully it's just the packaging that's destroyed and not the other Dr. Eggman himself. So there we have, there's the good doctor, and I see that there is one of these little things that is keeping him sealed in, so we're going to have to remove that. Don't you worry, doctor, we will have this surgery done in just a second, and we will have you out of there. So trying to get just in there and cut away, there we go. And you are freed, Mr. Dr. Eggman. You didn't spend 7 years at egg school to be called Mr. And there we go. So, we'll take a look at him in just a second. Let's look at his accessory that we're going to pull out of here. And that is not broken. Okay, there we go. Oh, actually, it actually does spin. That's cool. It is Dr. Eggman on both sides. So that's cool to see. I do hope that that was on camera when I was doing that. It just occurred to me that it might not have been, but yes, okay, so I think this is a much better scale for the good doctor with the figures. He is hollow. This is not a big weighted figure. The mustache looks amazing. He does have the little grin underneath the giant mustache as well, so that's very lovely to see. The hands, or the shoulders, do have movement, rotate round, etc. We do have the elbow movement as well, which is a little bit stuck even, is what I'm trying to say. We also have the wrist movement as well, which looks to be on a little ball joint, and his hands are in the open clasp position. So there we are, just a little bit of movement, a little bit stiff. There we go. So it doesn't move that far, but it moves just enough to give you, like this is the image that I remember him, when you don't collect all the Chaos Emeralds, and at the end of the game he's just juggling the rest of the emeralds, between his two hands. That's what I'm thinking of there. He does have a wide egg-like body. He does have knee movement as well as the leg movement, so that's very cool to see. This is the most articulated Dr. Robotnik that we've ever seen thus far. He does have, so you can have him you can have him jumping for joy, like so. He does have the ankle movement as well. The ankles are on little ball joints as well, which is very cool to see, which allows you to move your Eggman into whatever position you want, and you can get him in some cool poses and get him to stand a lot easier as well. So this is very, very cool. Let's compare him to some other Eggmen. Eggmen being the plural to Dr. Eggman. So let's first of all we'll put this over here just in the background. Let's compare him to the 2-inch Dr. Eggman, which Very, very similar figure, but of course the 4-inch is a lot bigger. Because the legs are like so kind of spindly, it feels like he's constantly just what he wants to fall over. But I think, no, he seems pretty sturdy. I just fixed this knee here, so the knee's just at a small bend, like so. This one, instead of being hollow, he is entirely solid. This is the Jazzwares version. Yes, this is the Jazzwares Dr. Robotnik, which is a little bit shorter than this big 4-inch Dr. Eggman. So we'll compare these with the classic figures, and we'll see what one is a better size just now. So let's take Amy, just because she's right there, and we can see, what do you guys think would be a better size? Oh, okay, well there goes a whole bunch of eggs. Can make an omelette without breaking some eggs, I suppose, is what they say. Oh my goodness, look, his leg's entirely broken. So we can repair that, we can make him better, stronger. We have the technology. So if we were to place Amy beside the two Eggmen, you can see that Amy only comes up to just under the kind of belt part here. And this is the same size that all classic figures are. Whereas this one, she comes up to about probably the ribcage area. So, I don't know. It depends on what you're looking for your Eggman, I suppose. I do really like the face on this one. They've really captured the Eggman face, but I think they've really got the body on this one over here. Again, the shoulders just put me off. If the shoulders could come in a bit more... Oh my goodness, I accidentally knocked the table and now everything's fallen over. If the shoulders came in a bit more to give it just that kind of like round egg like kind of look, I think that would make Robotnik look quite a bit better. But unfortunately he does not. And Supersonic is falling over in the background as well. It's all going horribly wrong here with this video. The other one to compare it to is the first 4 figures, Dr. Robotnik, and you know, these two look really similar to one another. You know, when they're paired. The mustache is obviously a lot greater on the Jakks Pacific one. In terms of the colours, in terms of the looks, in terms of the sculpt of the face, it's all very similar. Of course, this one, the shoulders are rounded down a lot more because they could do that, because this one doesn't have any movability in it. You know, there's no flexibility at all. This is just a, you know, it's a statue more than a figure. It's entirely moulded and sculpted to one thing. But in terms of the height comparison, I mean, this Eggman is quite a bit larger than this one, and I think this is maybe just a little bit too large for what you know, the classic Sonic would be encountering. I mean, if you imagine like the scale to that, I think in terms of scale, this one is just a little bit better. So if we just move you out of the way and bring you back in, you can kind of see that I think is a little bit of a better scale. This one is just a little bit too sort of jacked up, but I do really like the face sculpt, and I really like the colours that they've managed to get in there. It looks really nice. But I think if you're going for a perfect Dr. Eggman, then the one to go for is maybe the Jazzwares, if you can get hold of it, because it is quite rare nowadays, and last I checked, very expensive to get hold of. But this one is certainly a lovely one by comparison. You know, if you can't get hold of this one, this is the one to go for. He's got great flexibility, he's got great movability. You can move the elbows, the wrists, the knees, the ankles, and the actual look of him just looks fantastic. You know, like anyone would be able to tell from a distance that yes, that is Dr. Ivo Robotnik, Dr. Eggman himself. So there we go. That is the end of this little Grand Cat review. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did enjoy it, please give us a like, share and subscribe, and if you are subscribed, make sure you click that notification icon so you can see when more of these videos go up. Remember, we have an entire Sonic playlist that you can check in our channel, and we will see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.